Hello guys and welcome to another video. Today is 22nd April and now you might be wondering, what is so important about this day? Why do you have to mention it? Well, if you've ever had the curiosity to check my channel's creation date or when I uploaded my first video ever, you will see that the day and the month match with today, except it was back in 2025. Therefore, I am celebrating my first year on YouTube! Honestly, for an entirely new YouTuber, I think this is absolutely amazing. For the first year ever with no prior experience, I've done extremely well. But really, I have to thank you guys for supporting me on every video. Seriously, getting this amount of subscribers with only 31 videos actually means something. And in this video, I would like to talk about how was my first year so far, what I've learned from experimenting all kinds of video ideas, and I will also give you some tips. And lastly, I will tell you my plans for the second year, at least for the first couple of months, because I cannot predict everything. I remember 1 year ago when I just started, and dude, I was literally questioning if I will even reach 100 subscribers in a year at least. And now we are heading to 10,000 subscribers. Very soon we're gonna reach that. And that is 100 times more the amount I was even doubting that I will reach. Dude, this is absolutely ridiculous. Wow. And again, it's all thanks to you guys. I remember when I was excited when I got my first couple of views. Yeah, I was happy for only 20 views. And now I have millions! Hundreds of thousands! Damn, bro! This is such a massive difference, not gonna lie. And for those who are struggling to get a lot of views like I do, because I've seen people who upload hundreds of videos, but they're not even close to this amount of subscribers that I have. And so I looked at their channel to see what is wrong, and the most common cause that I noticed was that they were just uploading pure gameplay in which there was mostly nothing happening. Really, there wasn't anything very exciting. And if the video is boring, it doesn't have a hook, it doesn't have something that triggers the viewer to keep watching until the end, that video is not gonna get a lot of views. And YouTube is only going to abandon it. Or more like, forsaken it! What I would recommend is that you start to experiment with all kinds of video ideas, or maybe with the way you edit your videos. At least just cut out the coolest moments from a game or something, because if you upload the entire gameplay, like I said, it's not gonna get a lot of views unless there is some chapter or something that is really hard to access. A game like Forsaken, anyone can play it. It's free. And seriously, why would you watch somebody play Forsaken if nothing cool is happening and you can just have a better experience on your own? And before you hit upload, I highly recommend that you ask yourself these questions. Will I watch this video if YouTube will recommend it to me? Will I be interested about this topic? Will I like to stay until the end? And if one of those answers is no, then you should change something about that video, or you can try something new. Now, I have experimented with a lot of video ideas, most of which were focused on Forsaken, because this is the game that I've played a lot in the last year. Yeah, some videos absolutely blew up, while some others didn't get a lot of attention. But did you know that you learn more from your mistakes than you would learn from your success? But why? Because you know what to avoid next time. So for example, this video right here, which has a very low amount of views compared to what I just showed you. Well, that is because there isn't that much of a big hook, and also this short is very long, and it's not that interesting, not that crazy, it's just taps messing around. something that a lot of people already made videos about. And on a private server, anyone can just go and spam bombs, like it's not something that unique you. But have you ever seen somebody flexing every single level up notification they got? Yeah, I did do that. So let's talk about how it all started. Of course, it all started with my first video, which is also one of my first Roblox animations, Dummy vs Dummy V2. But wait, V2? There must be a V1, right? Well, yes, but I never uploaded it because it's just that trash. But I will not hesitate to satisfy your curiosity. So let me just show you. The only issue is that there are no sounds, so I'll try to improvise some sounds right now. Are you ready? Na 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 la 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 la. Boom! Wow! Grr. Na na na. Starting context. I'm God! Boom! Bam bam boom! Now, if you've seen V2 before, you probably noticed a couple of similarities, such as the completely random argument, and then Dummy 2 gets really mad all of a sudden. Dummy 1 swings first, and then there is a bit of a staring contest before Dummy 2 tries to punch back, but Dummy 1 disrespectfully parries him and KOs him to the ground! Also, one additional information is that this took place on the Chaos Street. No wonder why it is called like that. Random trash everywhere, lights barely functioning, people fighting for no reason, and... Dude, have you seen this poster right here? Oh my god. Bro, why did I just put that screenshot there? Oh my god. Oh yeah, while animating this, I actually thought about making a disco environment, but I decided to keep it as a simple street because it took way less time to make. And regarding that poster, I was thinking of turning it into the dance floor of the disco. And of course I had to do exactly that. Now, I'd like to talk about the second version, since there are a few big reasons why this animation didn't blow up, despite working on it for 6 months. Yeah, from October all the way to April, when I finally got it done. So, first of all, why did it take so long? Well, I went all in without a storyboard, barely made a script. Actually, there wasn't even a script back then. I only made a storyboard after I did the introduction, but then it was very easy to animate everything and I got it done in just 1 month or something. I don't know, but yeah, it took a really long time. And now, when you first look at this animation, you will notice that it is extremely dark and you can barely understand what is happening. Now, although I did increase the brightness a little bit, that was too little, and I just uploaded the video the way it was. Now the problem is this frame right here. When the light interferes with the camera, it looks very weird. I don't know why, but I don't really care about it. Another noticeable thing is that the animation itself is really slow. Now, this was not intentional, guys. Alright, so when I was previewing my animation, I was using the wrong playback. I was playing every frame, and the scene got so heavy at some point that I started to lag. Now, when I play the animation, you'll see that it's running at a very low FPS. It's running at 12 FPS compared to the render version, which is at 30 FPS. But back then it was like 20 FPS or so. This difference caused me to think that the animation was alright, but it turned out to be really slow, and that removed some of the impact points, such as the punches, the kicks, whatever, and the jumps, they felt a bit unreal. And in order to fix this, I could speed up the animation itself, but some moments are heavily linked with the music itself. And so I will have to change the music too, or add something in the animation to make those specific moments fit with the song. And that will take up a lot of time. Another big problem is the fact that the intro is literally half the animation. Guys, do not make the intro so damn long, because people are just going to lose their interest before the action even starts. And even though I could remake all of this, another big problem is the core idea of this whole thing. What's so interesting about a disco? Everyone saw a disco before, and everyone definitely saw a fight happening in a disco before, maybe even in real life, though I hope you were not involved. Now, the whole thing is that Dummy One, which is my Roblox avatar, just wanted to get this lemonade because, well, I like lemonades, and she couldn't afford anything herself, so she tried to steal someone's drink. That's pretty much everything, and in movies and stuff, the disco fights are much crazier than this. And honestly, I even know if I'm going to remake this animation. I got better ideas to work on at the moment. So don't expect anything about Dummy vs. Dummy anytime soon. But maybe one day I might change my mind and actually do something. I don't know. But for now, I'm not gonna do anything. Now, if there were problems that I could easily fix at that time, such as the lighting and the speed, why didn't I do that? I actually rushed the animation in order to finish it by 22nd April. But what was so important about this day if not your YouTube channel, Crus? What the hell?
Chill out.
Because on this day, in 2024, so 2 years ago, I opened my very own brand new PC for the first time ever. Thanks a lot to my parents for being so kind to me and buying exactly what I needed to run Blender, because without this high performing PC, not being able to make any videos. Though my potato laptop barely run Blender and it was usually crashing like almost every day. I don't even know how I had the patience back then to even stay on Blender. I was working on my projects every day, and I did try to record on my laptop before, and I was also lagging a lot. Whatever, I just couldn't make videos, okay? And so I tried to do some stuff on phone, but anyway, when did I start making Forsaken content? Well, it was one night in August. I was kind of bored. I was just scrolling on YouTube, and then I stumbled upon a video that had custom mafioso voice lines. And since mafioso is pretty cool, I decided why not check the video. And apparently the person who made the video took those voice lines that were actually spoken by the voice actor of mafioso himself during his Forsaken streams. And one of those voice lines was with California Girls, and since I was absolutely obsessed with the related emote, I thought, why should I make mafiosos sing and dance California Girls? Now, compared to Dummy vs. Dummy video that only got like 100 views, after I uploaded this video, it got 400 views, which was 4 times more than my animation. Back then, 400 views was unbelievable. And so, I slowly started uploading some Forsaken shorts. Anyways, let's talk about my top video. Now, I remember when it was a terrible Thursday, I wasn't going to school because I got sick. I was procrastinating on my homework and I didn't feel like doing anything but making videos or something. So I just finished this one because I already started it, and then I finally hit upload. It's only got like 1000 views, but then it just died. But by Sunday night, it started reviving a little bit, started getting a few views, and so I got quite hopeful. So Monday started. It was a terrible morning because I woke up at 6 a.m. I was going back to school. I procrastinated on my homework all weekend and I just impatiently rushed to my phone, opened YouTube Studio, and then I saw this. I was expecting to get like, maybe 20,000 views, but no, 40,000 and 6,000 in just the last 60 minutes. Dude, and it didn't stop there. And guess what? It went all the way up to 28,000 views per hour, which is absolutely insane. And it just kept going like this for most of the day. And in that day, I got over 600,000 views, bro. And the next day, 400,000 views. And boom! 1 million views, bro! And I'm not gonna talk about the amount of subscribers I got as well. Because just a couple of days before that, or weeks, I made a 100 subscribers special video, but it soon became so outdated. About half of my subscribers are just from this video alone. This video carried me for a long time, until November, when it started showing signs of dying. As you can see here, it got really low in December compared to what it usually had. And in November, yeah, that kind of worried me and made me think that I should upload another masterpiece. And so I made Guest Vanity. But I would like to talk about Sentinels Vanity in a different video, in which I will cover everything because I'm not done with this yet. I still have to make the remaster, and guys, I'm actually going to make it, but I just need a bit of time because I'm also working on an animation that I am almost done with. I wished I could have gotten it done by now, but well, too bad. At least one video is better than nothing. But honestly, Guest Vanity literally changed my life. Sentinel's Vanity is not just Guest Vanity. Now the reason why it blew up is because I used my own voice and I made my own lyrics. My voice generated both louds and people who just said how trash it sounds. But even that helped boost the video because commenting is basically engagement, and YouTube thinks that my content is good enough to create engagement, and so it recommends it to more people. Therefore, if you actually don't like my videos, then just keep swiping away. Now that we talked about the past, let's talk about the future. So my second year on YouTube has officially started. Now my channel is 1 year old. A couple of things that I'm surely going to do is change my profile picture, because I'm not even a TAF main anymore. I made Shadletsky now, and I also haven't played Forsaken recently. And Crus has nothing to do with Forsaken in the first place. I came up with this name long before Forsaken even existed, but I really suck at coming up with a character design, because it has lore, it has everything, but not a design, and that's why I use a placeholder profile picture. So yeah, guys, that will be gone soon enough. And by the way, the second year is going to start but really strong and also pretty bad. I got some really good videos on the way, including a Forsaken animation, which even though I haven't made a storyboard for it, it still looks really good so far, but I just have to add a couple more effects to make it even cooler. I promise It's really good. The intro is not half the animation. It's the entire No, just kidding, just kidding. It's actually pretty short and I think it's actually really good now. And to keep you hyped, I will show you a leak right now. Now I cannot say much about my animation without spoiling it, so I leave it up to you to figure out what it could be. Oh, and they're just standing there. Yeah, I've done way more progress than that. This is from July, bro. I just started working on that animation. And no, it didn't take me 7 months to finish it. I actually took a pretty long break because of school. And yeah, besides this animation, I got some other really good videos, including the remastered version of Sentinels Vanity. And by the way, if you are interested in working with me on the remastered version of Sentinels Vanity, you can sing or help with the animation. It's going to be 2D, by the way. Because if it was 3D, I would have just made it myself, but I think that for the budget Vanity style, 2D will fit more. Now, why did I say that the second year is also going to be a bit bad at the beginning? Well, I have to prepare for the final exams, which are in about 2 months from now. This is also the reason why I haven't been uploading consistently. And honestly, I think I picked a terrible time for starting my YouTube channel, but it's okay, I'll get things sorted out. And for now, I'm not going to have a Discord server for everyone, but once I will finally be done with my exam, I'm gonna lock in and start the real grind. So make sure to stay tuned for that if you want to see my channel grow even more than it already did. Yeah, now that's pretty much for today. Thank you so much for watching, and let's hope for the best. Good luck on your own journey, and see you next time. Goodbye.